warning remains in effect. Areas affected. This statement recommends actions to be taken by persons in southeast Louisiana and southern Mississippi. Watches and warnings. A flash flood watch is in effect for southeast Louisiana and southern Mississippi through Tuesday evening. A tornado watch is in effect. Storm information at 10 a.m. Central Daylight Time. The center of Hurricane Gustav was located near latitude 29.2 north, longitude 90.8 west, or about 70 miles southwest of New Orleans. Gustav is moving toward the northwest near 15 miles per hour, and this motion is expected to continue prior to landfall. On the forecast track, the center of Gustav will reach the southeast Louisiana coast this morning. A decrease in forward speed and a gradual turn toward the west-northwest are expected through Tuesday. Maximum sustained winds are near 110 miles per hour with higher gusts on the Saffir-Simpson scale. Gustav is a large tropical cyclone. Hurricane force winds extend outward up to 70 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 200 miles. The latest minimum central pressure reported by an Air Force Hurricane Hunter aircraft is 955 millibars, 28.20 inches. Precautionary preparedness actions. All persons in the hurricane warning area should take necessary actions to secure and protect life and property for the landfall of Gustav as a Category 2 hurricane along the southeast Louisiana coast. Many parishes in southeast Louisiana and counties in South Mississippi have evacuation orders in effect. Please follow the advice of local government and emergency management officials. In the area near landfall of the eye, very dangerous winds will produce widespread damage, and destruction of mobile homes is likely. Structural damage will include the majority of severely damaged. Houses of poor to average construction will have major damage. Well-constructed houses will incur minor damage to shingles, siding, gutters, as well as blown-out windows. Some trees will be uprooted or snapped. Many large branches will snap. Storm surge and storm tide. At 9 a.m., the United States Geological Survey tide station, Northeast Bay Garden near Point Louisiana had risen nearly 12 feet above normal since last evening. Life-threatening flooding is possible. Sections of West Jefferson and Lower Lafourche hurricane protection levees could be overtopped. Areas outside of hurricane protection levees in southeast Louisiana will be severely inundated. Many residences of average construction impacted by the storm surge may be heavily damaged or destroyed. Numerous roads will be swamped. Entire flood-prone coastal communities will be cut off by storm surge flooding. Significant storm surge flooding will move well inland, especially along bays and bayous. A storm surge of this magnitude could result in extensive flooding and poses a significant threat to life and property.
We had a buoy off the coast here south of here earlier reporting 21 foot seas. Back here we've had a lot of tornado warnings. It's been hard to keep track of them. All down.
One barge and two Navy ships that were scheduled basically to be scrapped have broken loose from their moorings and are basically floating freely there in the canal.
A lot of traffic out. In fact, they've officially closed down Highway 90 this morning to keep people off it because a lot of it's impassable.
There's a population here in the 9th Ward that did not evacuate. They're still here.
In fact, behind me, we not only have water, but we have some debris which floated in from a pier or some kind of water structure.
On the radar picture where there's a potential for more tornadoes.
That's right. We have the severe weather threat running quite high, and you can see all the rain bands circling around that center of circulation that officially made a landfall, by the way, near Cocodrie, Louisiana, earlier this morning. And the system continues to move toward the northwest at 15 miles an hour. And out ahead of that, on the east side of that center, we're seeing all that moisture being pulled in from the Gulf of Mexico. And as with any landfalling tropical system, meeting up with land, and of course there's friction involved here, you can get tornadoes spinning up, and as a matter of fact, we have several tornado warnings in effect across portions of Mississippi and even on over towards the Mobile, Alabama area. We hope to have...
Yeah, thus far we've actually had 5 tornado reports so far, no major damage, but lots of trees being knocked down.
The roof peeled back here, and there it goes. It's still going. Look at that. Look at that. And that's the whole point, guys. We can't get out of this eye wall here. It continues to rip off pieces of roof from this youth center. We've obviously pulled our truck over here to get out of harm's way.
Well, Mike, just 20 minutes ago, we were getting knocked around by some strong winds, having a hard time standing upright. Video for you, and this is what it looks like to go through the eye wall, the strongest part of a hurricane. And let me tell you, it can knock you off your feet. It can take your breath away at times because the wind is blowing so hard and so fierce. It came through. It lasted for a while too as well. This is not a very well-defined center of circulation in eye, but the eye wall was plenty strong. Even though this was a Category 2, still very powerful and damaging.
It's a push of wind that started way offshore. This hurricane's been churning forward for days, churned as a Category 3 for a while, and with those winds just pushing a massive wave. And now that wave, for lack of a better word, is hitting right there along the shore in Waveland. They don't call it Waveland for nothing, Steve.
Right, it's changes so dramatically and so quickly. Even over the last few minutes, we've seen visibility really go to nothing. It feels like the cloud has settled over this area, and the rain just coming inside.
Back to Baton Rouge, where they're getting hit pretty hard by this storm, as it still is a Category 1 hurricane. The town of Lafayette in Lafayette Parish, completely without power and experiencing some flooding. To the south in Lafourche Parish and up Highway 1, a flooding disaster.
You can see a picnic area out there in the middle of the bay, and that's halfway underwater. The area that we really saw the storm surge was at the beach, Gulfport Beach. There really is no beach anymore, and there's a very telling photo that we've been running on MS all day, which shows a car almost completely submerged by the storm surge.
We don't know how long people are going to need care. We don't know how long people are going to need shelter, and we will be there for them as long as they need those. And we continue to have supplies and resources pre-positioned there in warehouses ready to serve. We're in a hurricane season. We're not planning on responding to just one event here. And finally, a message to the people still in harm's way or people who have just endured the major effects of the storm. Stay where it's safe, please. Please don't try to go back home until you're told it's safe to do so. The next days are going to be very hard on a lot of people who've been in harm's way. But there are a lot of organizations, governmental and non-governmental, that are here to take care of people. From a full range of services just to maybe a smile and a hug and a word of comfort. Our volunteers are here to do whatever it takes, and they'll do whatever it takes in the next weeks ahead. And I'd like to thank in advance the Americans who give so generously to the Red Cross and organizations like ours that make our non-governmental work possible. Thank you very much.